Cannon Johnson and Dan Blanc are just two guys who love the fencing industry and are here to help you grow your company and find solutions to your business challenges. So buckle up and hold on tight as they take you on this ride called My Fence Life.
Know nothing now,
bro. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Facebook.
Listen, I'm finna call 1-800-Facebook and talk to Mark Zuckerberg because he is blocking us, evidently. Our music is so good, he believes it's copywritten.
Yeah. I don't know. So are we live at all? I don't even know what's going on anymore.
All I got is like live issues. I think it's live right now, actually.
I just work here, man.
Oh,
yeah, we're live. 47 seconds. So anyway.
Not everybody can be like Joe Everest.
No, not everybody. I think I got, let me see.
My anxiety is through the roof, bro.
Cannon Johnson and Dan Blanc are just two guys who love the fencing industry. They're here to help you grow your company and find solutions to your business challenges. So buckle up and hold on tight as they take you on this ride called My Fence Life.
All right, turn the music off because apparently Facebook thinks that song is copyrighted.
That's a good jam, man.
I know, it's not copyrighted.
We own every bit of that. Just FYI, everybody, we do not steal music. We have, but we don't do that no more. So,
I don't know, man.
What are you doing over there, Dan? Are you sharing?
So yeah, so now I'm looking down. We're finally on track, and I need to share again. And you know,
take your time, Dano. Take your time. It's just live. You know, no big deal.
I usually do this during the 3-minute timer, and I share everything.
Guys, evidently y'all went away, and we just kept on going, and like we were knee deep already.
We were talking all kinds of trash, and it was like, wait a second. I don't think we're live anymore.
Kanye might try to buy that beat from us. I mean, I wish he would.
Yeah, me too.
I'll sell it to him. I'll pack up all this stuff. It's great music. Facebook, look, I get it, man. That is royalty-free music from YouTube. Just FYI, everybody. We did not.
Yeah, Mark Zuckel, whatever the hell your name is. That music is not copyrighted. We did our homework. We even had Mr. Producer check it out. And life is good. So
it sounds too good to be just used by some guys. I guess that's what it is.
Probably what it is. I think you should start emailing them right now. Email Facebook.
Who do you email? Facebook@gmail.com. You know what I mean? Like support@facebook.com. Like, hey man, we do this every couple of weeks, and if you don't mind, like, please don't shut us down again.
Yeah. So we're live though. I'm watching it. All right.
All right, so let's go back 2 weeks ago, Dan. You and I, it's not as fun the second time. 2 weeks ago, you and I, we were in Baton Rouge at the AFA University.
Yeah, so
at the Hampton Inn, you didn't like the internet, and we debated about the internet. I liked the internet. I thought the Hampton Inn has great internet, personally. And just so you know, it's always your last name and your room number. That's the code to the Wi-Fi. We went over that. What else was it?
It was horrible, man. I was having to use the LT on my tablet to work while y'all were building fence. I was complaining about the Wi-Fi. I was complaining about the Wi-Fi at my hotel in Salt Lake City last week, so we couldn't do the show then. And then plus, I was pretty freaking tired. I was running.
Oh, look at here, Susan Worley. What up, Susan?
Dude, I had a long talk with Susan.
So, for those of you that don't know, Susan Worley is from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. How you say it, Dan? Say it for us. That's your state.
Louisiana. Please do not say Louisiana.
So, Susan is from Baton Rouge, and she pretty well hosted this last AFA University. And no joke, I came into the hotel and set my bag down at the front desk, and she came up and was like, "Oh my God!" And I was like, "Oh my God, who are you?" Yeah. She's cool though, man. Super cool.
Yeah, I had some good conversation with her.
And we built a fence. So look, Dylan Blanc is saying, "Don't tell Mrs. Hampton." So yeah, so look, there's a new thing for the AFA University, and I hope this one sticks. Every now and then I have an idea and it sticks. Okay, so we're out here building this wood fence and this chain link fence. Okay, and it's a make believe pretend job, but a make believe job has to have a name. And so we were working for Mrs. Hampton, right? And we did not want Mrs. Hampton's snake dog to get out from under this fence. And we also didn't want Mrs. Hilton coming over and pointing out all the little flaws in the fence. You know what I mean? So she said, that board has a little crack in it. You know what I mean? We didn't want to do that stuff.
That's funny.
So from here on out, we worked for Mrs. Hampton, Mrs. Hilton. Just hope like hell you don't get assigned to Mrs. LaQuinta, because I hear she's a true Karen. Mrs. LaQuinta. Did you see what I did there?
No comment. Oh, you're gonna have way too much fun with this soundboard. This is Shannon's first week using a soundboard, and he has found buttons, and he's just been hitting them for the last hour as we've been sound checking and trying to figure things out, and it's been great. So awesome. I like the Miss Hampton, Miss Hilton, and Miss
LaQuinta.
LaQuinta.
You don't want her. You do not want Miss LaQuinta. So hey Dan, you and I seen some photos on the Facebook. Actually, I talked to you here. It ain't like I just saw some pictures, but you and Tony Thornton of all people got on the big silver Greyhound bus up in the sky. You guys went to where? Utah?
Yeah, we went to Salt Lake City. I flew in Monday night. Matter of fact, Matt Warner was here. Wait, did somebody say Matt Warner?
Woo!
Matt Warner was here. I had him record that while I was here. I was like, dude, I gotta have a woo. So anyway, Matt and I went to the airport, and he rolled out back to Nebraska, flew out to Salt Lake City, spent 3 days at JobNimbus. It was a great experience. I even love them even more than I did before I got there, man. And it was more about, it wasn't, let me start over. We didn't learn just about their software. I mean, they literally, their entire motto was making their contractors heroes. And what do they have to do to make them heroes?
Oh.
Yeah, it was amazing, man. And then I got an email the other day, and it was all the slides from everything we watched.
Is that their motto though? How do they say it?
The hero's journey is what they call it.
But they emphasize making their customer, their contractor.
Yeah, they want to make every contractor a hero, and it was pretty awesome, man. I was real impressed. They went through the, you're a hero and don't even know it, but you just don't have the tools that you need, and they start using basically superheroes, like Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, and he didn't want to take the call, and then he finally did, and then then he had to get some allies. JobNimbus is like your ally to help you become great. And then he had, Obi-Wan Kenobi, had him training. And so it's just, it was great, man. It was, I was really impressed. Real impressed.
How many fence guys did you see at this JobNimbus event?
Let's see. So Tony was there, and that, yeah, I see Brian talking about the cornhole tournament. I have never played an entire game of cornhole, like all the way through. And I was like, I'm not playing. Well, they made me play. And my partner was Taylor Sparks from Mr. Fence in Panama City, Mr. Fence of Florida. And we won our first game. I don't know how.
Hey.
But the second game.
Right on time, bro.
The second game did not work out. So we lost. But anyway, had a great time. And yeah, man, I was stoked. The place is phenomenal. They have 2 entire floors, the 5th and 6th floor of their building, and it is packed full of developers, and just it was incredible, man. They had an entire video recording area, and I got to record a bunch of videos. Me and Tony recorded videos together. I recorded videos for my website. Tony recorded videos for his website. Man, they just like rolled out the red carpet for us. And I think mainly because, I mean, they weren't doing that for everybody.
Because Dan Blanc himself was there. The fence king of all people. In Utah. I can't believe it.
I tell you, it was cool though, man.
They were a nervous wreck knowing you were coming.
No, man. They picked me up Tuesday morning, took me to breakfast. Then I was like, hey, I got to go run over to Simply, is who does our phones.
Are they in the same town?
Yeah, yeah. I jumped in an Uber, went 15 minutes across town.
Wait a minute. Is Utah like a tech hub or something? What is this? I didn't know this.
I don't know, man. I'm not into all that kind of stuff. But
Anyway,
anyway,
both of your software companies are in the same town.
Well, 2 of them are. Yeah.
Wow.
And I didn't know that until I was like, wait a second. I'm going to be in Salt Lake City. How far is that from y'all? And they're like, oh, we're like right outside Salt Lake.
I guess that's why they're integrating so well.
I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I went over there, visited with those guys, gave them some ideas and some issues that I thought they needed to fix and tweak, and sat down with those guys. I had that planned out, so I had a little meeting with the developers, and then I went back to JobNimbus, and when I got there, I was totally mind blown. I'm like, whoa, look at this place. And Mark Olson, the big tall Mark Olson, not the Mark Olson that is in Florida. He's like, hey man, we got an office set up for you. Had an office set up for me, and just had developers coming through. And
man, that's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. I had a laundry list of stuff that I'm like, hey, we need to fix this, make this different. And they were just soaking it all up. And I guess a month or 2 ago, I got on the board, the advisory board for the app, for the Apple app. They got an Apple team and an Android team. And I had some ideas. And they took them, man. The Apple app updated
like this
Friday?
week. Yeah.
Last Friday?
Yeah.
And I'm thumbing through it, and I'm like, hey, that was my idea. I'm like, oh, wait a second.
They just made you feel that way, Dan.
I know, man. I felt so good. It was really an experience, man. It really was. And then Veronica was there. Veronica, what's her last name? Richardson or something from SWI. She was there. Dakota was there with another person from Magnolia.
You know what I like, man, is a company that listens and makes changes based on your recommendations, because they know how to do this, and they know what we need for the most part. But like when a company will truly listen to the end user and adapt what they're doing to accommodate you, that's some real hero shit, Dan.
No, man, I was real impressed. But this is the thing, man. They didn't just go there and push JobNimbus down your throat. They're like, what can we do to make y'all better? So they brought in all their executives, CFO, head of HR, head of products, the CEO. They were all sitting up there, and they're like, hey, ask us anything you want. So somebody was asking the CFO about W-2s and and 1099s, and we went through that whole situation of, subcontractor versus employees. I hit up HR about hiring and was talking with the guy, and he's like, yeah, we got questions that we ask, and those questions line up with our core values.
That's cool, man.
So he emailed me over all their questions that they ask.
That is cool.
And he's like, hey, just tweak them to fit your needs. And I'm reading these questions, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is pretty awesome. Questions like, so in the past 3 months, what have you done to grow as a person? Tell me about one of your hobbies. And, somebody says, I like to fly fish. It's peaceful, this and that. Okay. But then if you get a guy who goes, man, I like to fly fish. I love making my own, tying my own baits and doing this. And he gets all detailed. You're like, all right, this is the guy. If he goes into that much detail for his hobby, he's going to do the same thing for your business. So this is the kind of stuff they were teaching there. It's their crew. It's called the crew. So if you're on JobNimbus, down in that left-hand corner, there's a question mark. You click it, and it'll show you the next crew that's coming up. I think they're skipping next month.
Oh, is this a monthly event typically?
Yeah.
So it's not just a, hey, if you came, you're lucky, and if you didn't, maybe next year. It's not like that.
No. This is like a monthly event, so it's very accessible. They have what they call their Genius Bar. So takeoff of Apple, but they just use a J instead of a G. And you literally get to sit down with one of their developers, and they'll grab your computer and go, oh, hold on, let me fix that for you, you know, and straighten stuff up. And it's an experience, man. It really is.
Well, I will have to check that out one of these days, one of these months.
I'm down to go back, man. I really am.
Well, look, we run our business off of JobNimbus and Simply too. So it's like, damn, they're in the same town. That is crazy. That blows my mind, honestly. What are you doing over there?
Looking at my phone. Actually, I was sending you a text.
Me?
Yeah, I was texting you because you don't read anything.
Oh, Dan says, ask about the logo behind me. Hey, Dan.
You're not supposed to read what I wrote.
What about that logo behind you?
Got sidetracked. We had it all planned.
What is that? What is that? Is that a window? What is that?
That's my new logo, bro, that I have made.
It looks like a shutter.
So yeah, there's a local guy in New Orleans that stands outside the St. Louis Cathedral. You know how I don't know if you've been to New Orleans. And in Jackson Square, they rent out the spaces all around Jackson Square for artists. This guy's an artist, and he takes old shutters off of houses, draws on them, then he carves the outlining of the drawing. Is that Pepper? Is that Pepper? That is. Hey, Pepper. It's the first time she's ever been on the show.
This is Mrs. Spence Queen here.
Yeah, yeah. That's our two youngest, Tate and Grady. So anyway, so he carves the actual logo, or he carves the actual design, then he paints it.
Like right in front of you, or what?
No. It took a few weeks for this guy to do this because I had to be, of course, extra about it. Would you like to see how extra it is?
Please show us how extra it is.
Let me see if my cord is long enough to reach over there. I'm going to have to take this off.
Wow. That's cool, bro. Leave it like that, Dan. He can't hear us.
Looks good, huh?
That is honestly really, 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 really cool. Look at Terry trying to get up in there.
Say that again.
Look at Terry. He's like, hey, bro. Hey. I had hang that. Go ahead, give Terry some props.
Look at Terry. Yes, Terry did help.
Thank you, Terry.
It was a huge help. It's been raining, so Terry's been in the office, and he's been like my in-house maintenance man.
Hey, did you get me one, Dad? Surely you ordered me one.
No. I didn't order you one. We can talk about that later.
I do want one.
You can Venmo me. Well, Pepper's like trying to take all the credit. Who found that local artist?
Well,
I don't know who found him. Yes, Pepper, you found him. There you go. Everybody.
Look at Pepper and Terry, like both. Hey. You like that? You like that sign? You like that sign?
I will tell you this. I see Susan commenting. Susan, I saw her at the AFA thing in Baton Rouge, and I showed her the preliminary of it. It wasn't quite finished. And
what do you mean? Did he send you a picture of it, or?
Yeah, he had it sketched out. It was pretty sweet. I'm like, check this out. I'll show you. This is nobody's seen this thing.
And that's rare, and that's nice, man. Super nice.
So somebody said here they try to join in on their Friday Q&A, and they do listen to the users and can feel that they want to provide us with what we need. That's right. That's awesome. Matt Warner's in here. We got a lot of stuff going on. Ken Throckmorton. Look, man. So, talk about. I can't get any credit, man. Look at these guys. Fence Prince is in here, stealing my thunder. Yeah. So what's been going on? What you been?
Well, so we had the AFA University. We had JobNimbus, the seminar. What do you call it? The crew.
Yeah, it's called the crew.
Over at Utah. Hey, look, guys, we're plugged in. We are plugged in like a mofo out here now. you got to say, well, Cannon, where were you last weekend?
Hey, Cannon, where were you last weekend?
Hey, thank you for asking, Dan. I was going to text you. He'll be like, hey, man, ask about my weekend. Oh, here he is, Sean King. We were at the Mr. Fence Academy up in Evansville, Indiana. He called it May Mayhem. So he did a March Madness back in March, believe it or not, in March. Skipped the month of April. And then in May, it was May Mayhem. And, dude, I took 11 guys and a lady. How you say that? I took 12 guys. We'll just talk guys. I took 12 guys up to Evansville, Indiana.
Took 12 of your team up there. There you go.
We built the vinyl fence.
Right.
We built the wood fence. And I'm going to tell you what, man. This is something that I should have done a long time ago. Like, you know how I was just saying, like, we're plugged in. Like, Dan, you were in Utah last week.
Right.
Week before that, you and I were both in Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge is kind of local to you, I guess, you know, but for us, it's a road trip, you know. I gotta say, I'm kind of guilty, and maybe even irresponsible in a way that, like, I always go to these events, you know, and it's important that I know how to build a good fence. It's important that I go to this stuff. But you know, what's more important?
Me watching how many fingers I'm pouring. Go ahead.
Yeah. What's more important is that the people who work here at Jackson Fence, the people who show up every day at 6:30 in the morning, over and over and over and over and over. It's more important that they go to these things and they get trained, you know. And I don't know why I hadn't sent more people sooner. So we sent 12 or 13 guys up to Evansville, Indiana. We bonded, we learned, we had a good time. But we overcame some obstacles, man. We've been putting up some vinyl fence here, and it's always a thing that's kind of kicked our butt, you know.
Yeah.
Well, we went up here, and just the way that Sean King taught us how to build this fence, you know, the simple finesse is what he had a saying, finesse. Well, anyways, just the way that he can touch this stuff and like it just kind of falls together. When you look at vinyl, it's like, man, there's a post, there's a couple of rails, there's a couple of pickets, boom, 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 boom. It's like Legos, you know. Yeah. But when you put it together in real life, it's just not that easy. It's actually kind of difficult. If you don't know how to do it, it's kind of it's challenging. You know what I mean?
Man, I watch VV do that stuff, and he makes it look so easy, so easy.
It's ridiculous, you know?
Yeah. I had dinner with him while I was in Utah.
Really?
Yeah, he picked me up. Kevin Steve picked me up. Yeah, it was great. It was awesome.
Kevin and Steve picked you up, or just one of them?
Kevin Steve. Kevin Steve and VV picked me up, and we went to Texas Roadhouse, met up with a couple other fence guys that were in town visiting, hanging out with VV, trying to learn some of his tricks.
Here's Sean's little saying: more finesse, less stress. The thing is, if you're fighting it and stressing it, you ain't doing something right, you know. And I can tell you, man, we've been fighting this damn vinyl. We get it in. Don't get me wrong, you know, but it's not something that we love doing. We got some vinyl this week that we got to install, and like, it was truly a joy today when I saw the guys see the vinyl on their schedule toward the end of the week, and they were excited. Usually, it's an opposite reaction, you know, and so they've got this Mr. Fence training, and they're like, oh yeah, hell yeah, we're gonna put some damn vinyl in this week. You know, they're fired up about it. Quite honest, I'm fired up that they're fired up. You know,
well. Investing in your people, man. That's what you got to do.
You got to do it, man. You got to do it. And one thing I want to say this too. I kind of vented to you the other day about some things, you know.
Uh-oh, here we go. Sit down, guys. Strap in. Buckle up.
That's a good sound effect.
It is. They got some good ones on there, man. I don't even know how to turn it off. Are you hitting it?
I think so. I'm turning it down. All right. So you know, we went to this training, man, and I posted a few pictures. All right, on my personal page now. My personal page.
Right.
Well, Brian Frederickson, which I'm glad he did this. He shares. He don't just share my stuff. He shares a lot of stuff. You know, Brian is very FWA. Brian, we should call him that.
He's active. He's
FWA Brian over here. Well, he's very active and he's very like inclusive. I guess he shares a lot of people's stuff. You know,
yeah,
good, bad, not good, not bad. He just shares it. You know, well, he shared a post of us doing some training this last weekend. And
the haters came out.
Oh man, like why? You know, a day later he actually said like this has probably been one of the more popular and most controversial posts that we've had in a long time. And honestly, I had to delete probably half of the comments. And this was like, why? How is a training event? He's FWA Brian. Speaking of the devil, he's back.
He's back. Yeah.
How can a training situation? How can that be controversial? You know, and I tell you, it didn't upset me, like make me mad or angry or anything like that. It's just like it's ignorance. You know what I mean? Like,
how can you be upset with a guy who is investing in his company, investing in his team, investing in efficiency, right?
Yeah.
Productivity, and then you're going to shoot it down? It makes zero sense.
So I scroll through these pages, all right, and then we all see the same stuff. It's customer hired the lower price. Boom, look at this picture of what they got. It's a terrible looking fence, you know. Boom, look at this gate I came across today. It's awful, worst fence I've seen. Boom, look at this beauty that we're working beside today. Who did this? You know what I mean? We see all, like, the pages are probably 20% criticism. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, you know what I like? I like the they went with the cheaper price.
Yeah, it's all over every one of the Facebook pages, and that's fine. I mean, it's cool. It is what it is. I like looking at them too. You know.
You know what I feel like when I see
over and over.
When I see somebody driving a Nissan Versa or whatever the hell it's called, right? And then you see somebody driving Mercedes. Do you say, "Oh, he went with the cheaper price"? Well, yeah, that's what they can afford, right?
Well, yeah, you know, I don't know.
Think about it.
This post that Brian shared of us, people just lost their mind. He said, "Ha ha ha!" Someone mentioned shoelaces in it. So yeah, like yeah, the guy that was digging, he was using an auger, a little beaver auger, okay. And Sean King literally had a hand on it because, like, if he touches it, it's just gonna work. You know what I mean? That type of shit. But so he's digging with this auger, you know, and he's wearing tennis shoes. He has laces on, you know. And like people started like tripping out about the laces. I get it. It's, you know, I guess it's not the greatest idea, you know.
How many people were out there? The guy probably barely worked all day. He was out there to learn. It was training. Yeah. People were taking turns.
Look at how much money we got standing around. I wish we had that many people on every fence job. Or what a joke. Yada yada yada. And one guy just, I mean, if I can be honest, just hate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where the hell the hate comes from, you know? Like, if you don't like it, just like shut the hell up. What do you hate, you know? And I'll be honest, like people hate if Sean King is in a photo, the hate comes out, and I don't understand it. You know, he is out here helping people do a better job. The same thing that we talk about all the time on these same pages. Look at this terrible piece of shit. Look at this joke of a fence. Look at this hire the cheaper contractor finish project. You know. And so then we actually spend some money and we invest in our people to do a better job, and we hate that too. You know.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense, you know? What is it now?
Matt Warner's calling me. You want to put him on here? See what he has to say about that?
Can you do the thing? You got the thing with you?
Yeah, I got the thing.
Oh. Come on. Matt Warner. Guys, if you don't know Matt Warner, you need to know Matt Warner. Matt Warner is the founder of My Salesman.
Let's give him a shout. I'm going to call him. Look, guys, I'm brand new at this. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so.
Hey, Dan, let's put your phone number down here, too. Somebody else wants to call us. Cool.
Yeah. Hello.
Ditto.
Hey, you're live with us, bro. This is awesome.
Hey.
Is this Matt Warner?
Woo!
Woo! Woo!
Wait a second. I got Matt Warner on my board. Hold on. Woo! I love it. What's going on, Matt?
Hey, how you guys doing? So I was just listening to Ken. I want to tell you a quick story. So
first of all, Matt, did you know you could call in and just be on the show? Did you know that?
I had no idea. I actually was calling Dan because I heard you hating on the haters.
All right, go ahead.
And then I was like, wait a minute, how am I going to listen to the show and call Dan and let him know what's going on? And so I'm not on the show, But hey, listen here. Let me tell you something. Are you ready for this?
Ready.
I'm ready.
I was telling Dan, you remember me telling you about the scorpion and the frog?
Oh yeah. I told the story the other day.
So I've just kind of come to the conclusion, man, that there's people out there that they just are miserable and they're just not very happy. And I feel sorry for them because it's probably something deeper inside of them that they just can't get rid of. But a scorpion will always be a scorpion, and a frog will be a frog. Cannon, have you heard this story?
No, I like it.
All right, so a frog and a scorpion, they come to a riverbank at the same time, and the frog gets ready to jump and he's going to swim across the river, and the scorpion says, "Hey, Mr. Frog, how about you give me a ride?" And the frog says, "I'm not going to give you a ride, dude, because you'll sting me and I'll die." And the scorpion says, "No, Mr. Frog, why would I do that? If I sting you, I'm going to drown with you and die." And the frog says, "Well, that makes sense. Well, hop on." So they start going. Man, they get more than halfway. They're like 3/4 way across. The frog's just starting to think, holy cow, things are going really good. The scorpion's changed his ways. He's different. And all of a sudden, bam, the scorpion stings the frog. And the frog's starting to die. And he says, "Scorpion, what the heck, man? What are you doing? You killed me." He goes, "I'm a scorpion. It's what I do." That's the end of the story. But the point of the story is that I really think that there's just some people out there that are just negative people, man. And you've got to do what you can to be a ray of sunshine in their life, but you can't change everybody all the time. You only can focus on the ones that want to better themselves. And what Sean's doing is a blessing to our industry. I think he's going to go down as a Hall of Famer in our industry. I don't know if there is a Hall of Fame or whatever will be, because I think he's going to be one of those guys that are changing lives. Whether you like him or not, you've got to respect him and the fact that he's going out there and he's making a difference and he's touring around and he's trying to help people be better at their trade and be more efficient, make more money, which ultimately is what we're in this game for. And money's not everything, but it is near to oxygen. So as we go through life, let's embrace the people that want to be a frog and watch out for those that are scorpions, and be careful to not always give them a ride across the river. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope that's meaningful and it brings some value to your listeners. But I think you guys are good eggs. I went down and visited with Dano. I had a great time, and they rolled out the red carpet for me down there in New Orleans and took good care of me. And I love it. I can't wait to go back. What Dan's doing down there is incredible. I came home. I told my people in my Monday morning meeting, I said, man, there's a group of guys down south. They're going to kick butt and take name. I love it. What we're doing in the industry is awesome. I went and visited with a guy today, some 60-year-old guys running Anchor Fence. I don't know if you know who Anchor Fence is, but they are freaking awesome fence company. They do only commercial, but holy cow, did I not learn a lot today. It was amazing. So keep it up. Keep it up. That's all I've got for you. I'll rattle on. I'll shut up and I'll get off and I'll start back listening. Woo!
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, we appreciate you, man. And listen, you're not a whole lot different from Sean King. Now, look, I'm gonna say this, and I didn't plan on saying it, and I don't really care to say it. But look, Dan, we sold a net job last week, I think.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Oh, fired up about it.
Wait, was that the net job when Matt was here and you called?
it's a net job that we could probably install with a freaking A-frame ladder, but it's not huge by no means, all right? But it's a netting job nonetheless, okay? And Matt, listen, I mean this with every ounce of me. Like when I was on the phone with this guy, like I've never done this. But I'm like, listen, man, you didn't call the right guy. And I told him, I said, I ain't never put a net up, but I happen to know the best net guy in the United States. So we got you. I'm glad you called, you know? And so we sold this net to the city of Big Sandy. It's some country shit going on here in Tennessee, but the city of Big Sandy, all right, bought a net from us. And Matt Warner is sending a person, I don't know, maybe Matt himself, I don't know, but somebody's coming down here to help us to install the first net, you know? And what's that going to do for us? That's going to help us to grow our business. That's going to add another avenue, another revenue stream, another possibility. It might become its own thing, you know? We might
arm, man.
Yeah, so freaking fired up. So thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt.
I love it. I love it. My team's going to take really good care of you. They're very passionate about what they do. Hopefully, I've requested for you to get Kalen. Kalen is.
I requested Matt, so.
Well, you don't want Matt.
I want Jamie. I want Jamie. Damn it.
No, you don't want Jamie either. Jamie's very high strung and walks 100 miles an hour, man. He's hard to keep up with. Kalen is a good egg. He is a very special person in our world, and he has earned his stripes. And he came from us from a temp service. Wow. Matter of fact, I think we were his first job he got ever right out of jail.
That's like a drafted free agent.
It was awesome. He has really grown with us. So you are going to be a netting guru in Tennessee. I can't wait. We're going to do a ton of these things with you, and we're going to help you along the way. Hopefully you got a little bit of sense of the response that my team will do for you. They're all very passionate. We have great culture. Our people are good. And Dano, I got hats off to you, bud. You have a great team down there.
Thank you.
Matter of fact, I told Rachel, I said, a couple months I'm going back down there. I just want to go and I want to be a part. I want to watch this come together. I want to almost mentally document what goes on and brag about it. So good job, Dano.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I told you I had a meeting with my banker. I need to call you and talk to you about that. Yeah. It worked out really well. So
I love
Warner's
having
advice.
a meeting. Hey, I love having a meeting when you don't need anything. I like that text message you sent out to your crew too, man.
Yeah. We the banker meet we just drank a couple beers and ate some onion rings. And that was it.
Isn't that great?
And he's like, "You don't need anything?" I'm like, "I just need your friendship."
I love it.
Hey, Matt, I don't know if he sent this picture to me today. What is this, Matt? I didn't even. You see this picture?
Yeah, that is a netting job I'm trying to land for you. It's about 40 miles from your house. And we went and looked at it today. And I told my guys, I said, man, that's a job we need to get Cannon involved in. So that was a little teaser. We're gonna help you land that job. It's probably going to be about $100,000 job, but we're going to help you land it. We're working with the municipality right now. We told them we've got a guy that's just right in their backyard. That's one of our certified installers, which hopefully you'll pass the test by then. So that was just a little teaser for you, buddy.
Bro.
Hey, and then, look, hats off to you, Matt. If it wouldn't be for Matt, we wouldn't have this new sound equipment. We thank you for supporting us.
I love what you guys are doing for our industry. I'm going to shut up and hop back on and listen live. So you guys be well, take care, and woo!
It's like a mating call.
I love it, man. I love it. He hung up.
It's like calling up a bird or something. You hit the call and he calls back.
Yeah, it was funny.
Bro, that's cool. That's the first time we've had to call in. Hey, look, guys, if you want to call into the show and you want to talk about anything at all, we have officially published Dan Blanc's phone number.
Thank you.
What's up, girl?
Don't say it. Okay.
Look at this.
Oh, there's Mama.
She went and got some tattoo work done today.
Did she?
Show us that tattoo you got, Chris.
Oh, all right.
She loves tattoos. I didn't know she was even getting tattoo done. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a tattoo guy. I mean, I like it. It's cool, but like,
I'm not a tattoo guy either.
I got clean arms, bro. Look at that. That's the way God made me.
Your mom is proud.
You got some tats, don't you?
Yeah, I got a couple. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Something like that.
Put them up there. Let's see. You got a full sleeve, don't you?
Yeah, I'm all sleeved up.
You know what's funny is I've been around you so much, and I talk to you all the time, and I don't even wait. Tony Thornton said he lost his audio.
What?
Tony, he's just not tech savvy. Tony, turn your mute off, bro. I didn't do anything. Did you do something, Dan?
I didn't do anything, man.
Other than talk to Matt.
Yeah. I turned the phone off.
Look, man, tattoos. This is off topic of fence, but look, tattoos have become so commonplace. Like this is what I was gonna say is like, I've been around you so many times. Like I've not even looked at your arm. Do people comment on your tattoos?
Every once in a while, I'll get a comment or something.
Well, people are just used to tattoos, I think, at this point.
Some of the restaurants I go in, they'll call me Fence King, or the waitress will come out and be like, "Yeah, they said your guy with the sleeves is out there."
The guy with the sleeves, the Fence King, is that guy?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Honey, that ain't no guy. That's the Fence King. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not realize. Hey, look, man. What about Matt coming down here or sending his people? Like, I'm gonna be a net guy. Do you hear this? I'm so freaking fired up about this, dude. I called Benji McKinney with Clever Fox Media, and I said, Benji, listen, dude, we have got to update the website, and it has got to say sports and netting huge to the very top. Like, that's the division that we want to be in, you know. So, I'm fired up, bro. I'm fired up now. I got some Mexican here too, and I'm also very fired up about that.
Oh man! So look, Matt came down. We had a great time, man. He was ate some crawfish with us. Good old Dylan, the fence
let's
prince.
talk about that I saw that crawfish bowl you had. Was that a kayak y'all were eating out of?
Called a pirog.
Is that normal? Is that commonplace?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask you. So you have the fresh crawfish, you dump it into this boat. You break it apart, you suck the tail out of it, right?
Yeah.
And what do you do with the trash? You throw it on the other side of the boat, or
yeah. So you throw it in the ends, the very ends.
So the middle part where the feet go is open.
Yeah, yeah. And then where you sit behind you, that little piece is where all the trash goes.
That's what I thought was going on. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we had a great time, Matt.
Is that a company that brings this and sets it up and cooks it for you? How's that work?
No, everybody has a pirog and
a pirog. That's the name of the boat.
Pirog.
Is it just for that at this point?
No. It's a boat that they use in the bayous and stuff.
Was that your boat?
The kayak is a knockoff of the pirog. Yes, that is my boat. So.
All right. So what about Matt coming? So how was that? That was awesome. I guarantee you.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. I went and picked him up at the airport, and we had about an hour ride back to my house. Had some good talks. Matter of fact, we stopped, bought some whiskey, and Matt was like, "I'm gonna get me some," and he's like, "Wait." After he bought it, he's like, "How am I gonna get it back?" Because he didn't have all he had was a carry-on, so I'm having to ship it to him very discreetly. UPS ground.
What did he select?
We got it's called Peerless. It was a barrel pick that was supposed to go to a store in Los Angeles, but the distillery accidentally mailed it to the store in Louisiana. They got the LAs mixed up.
Do you think they make this shit up just to make it like have a story? Like the story makes it.
No, I know the store owner. I buy all my bourbons there. And he's like, "Man, you got to come get this stuff."
How ironic, though, that it has a story. Doesn't it make it more rare, more valuable, tastes better?
Well, no. I've never had this before, so I haven't cracked it open. I'm not cracking it open until Matt gets his. So I got it. Kirsten's got it all ready to go. So
you're not going to open it until
FYI. If you want to ship any type of bourbons or liquors, there's a certain way to do it because you're not supposed to.
That's pretty bromancy. I like it.
Send it UPS ground. You throw a couple of 50 cents.
Fence King, 10% off your next date.
You stick a couple of 50-cent boxes of macaroni and cheese in it, and then you pack it real tight. So if they shake it, you know.
Hey, so Dan Wheeler's here. Dan Wheeler, hey, he is host of the Fence Industry Podcast, and we love the Fence Industry Podcast around here at My Fence Life. But Dan Wheeler, if you're listening to me, tell me, do we sound different with these new headsets on? These are headsets this is the same exact equipment that Dan Wheeler's using. Dan, I think Dan Wheeler turned us on to these things, and I'm just freaking fired. This is my first time having some this has some weight to it, bro. Like this thing is not. This is not my son's Xbox headset. Like this is some real. I mean, the cable on it is like a 1/4 inch thick. Like, this is real.
He said we sound really good. Thank you, Dan.
That's all I wanted to hear.
And that phone call that you didn't answer prior to the show. that phone call you didn't answer prior to the show was me calling you freaking out because we could not get the sound to work right. But we figured it out.
Freaking the hell out.
Uh-oh, there's Mr.
Producer.
Look at that. Hello. So, Mr. Producer, we're finally going to have a show for you. I know it's taken a month for Ken and I to get our acts together, but we finally got one for you, buddy. And we remembered to hit the record button, right, Cannon? You hit the record button? Don't play.
I did.
So anyway, man, I had a meeting with my banker, and Matt was like, look, you need to be friends with your banker.
I love this idea. Go tell the story. I love it.
So I called my banker up.
I've done this before too because of Matt Warner. He has some good shit, bro.
He does, man. He does. So I called up my banker, and I'm like, yo, when's the last time we spoke? And he said, I don't know, the last time we did that line of credit.
The last time you needed me.
That was like a year ago, right? He's like, yeah. Like, so I had a friend of mine say that you should have a relationship with your banker. He's like, yeah, it's probably best to have one with him. Well, we need to do lunch or something, drinks. So I met him Monday at 4 o'clock, and I literally told him, I said, look, this time next year, we're going to be like best friends, BFFs. You're going to be texting me funny memes and shit. Yeah, you're going to add me to your college buddies group text. I'm telling you, man, he's laughing. So I got to talking with him, man. He said something that was really intriguing. He said, I am your salesman for the bank. I'm not the bank. He said, you know, you've got relationships with the salesman that you deal with now, don't you? Where you buy material from? And I was like, yeah. He goes, are there places that you could buy material from, but you don't because you don't have a good relationship with the salesman? And I was like, yes.
Yep, that's right.
He said, well, that's how this works. And I'm like, really? Because I know a lot of people hate on Halco, but my Halco is awesome. And I can call those guys up. They'll jump through hoops. They'll make deliveries, make things happen, show up what time I want them to show up. And it's because I have a relationship with them. So with that being said, I started thinking about it, and I was like, okay. Oh, Jesus. Thanks, Brian. Thank you.
Dan, will you forward whatever he sends you to me? I like funny memes too.
Anyway, so yeah, man, we had a great meeting, and I put on my calendar 3 weeks from now, I'm going to call him, and we're going to schedule a meeting for the next week, and I'm going to try to meet with him once a month.
So I set him up in JobNimbus, and I put him into the create an estimate column, and now he's going to get hit with automations every 4 days. Your banker just put him in the automations.
No, I didn't do that. So anyway, yeah, I'm ready, man. We're going to go ahead and meet once a month.
Nice.
And the next time we meet, I'm going to show up with a P&L and go, hey, I just want to let you know, man, look how healthy we look. We're growing.
I like that a lot, and I think I might do it tomorrow. You ever have stuff that you got to do that you just don't want to do?
Every day.
Me too. Right.
Like,
And so do you ever just want to quit what you're doing?
Every day.
All right. So we're on the same page.
I don't. You know.
But going and just talking to the banker and you don't need nothing. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It was fun. He paid for the beer and onion rings.
Really? I thought you would have bought.
I tried, and he's like, "Oh no, it's on Whitney," and I'm like, "Wow."
So next time. Next
I
time.
knew it was on next
So
time.
you asked him, "Hey, you want to go hang out?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then he bought. That's kind of weird.
No, it was great. So the bank paid. I was like, next time we're getting the beef tips appetizer, not the onion rings.
Man, I didn't know you were buying it. Otherwise, I would have not ate that.
I would have known. I would have got bourbon neat. I wouldn't have been drinking Blue Moons.
Hey, what do you know about Blanton's?
I got a bottle behind me.
Is that what it is? Is it 2 bottles behind you, right?
I got a few. But I've got a bottle of Blanton's. Love it. Matter of fact, old Debbie Downer, Nathan Downs, give a shout out to Radius.
Debbie Downer. I like that name.
Fence out of what's he out of Arrowhead, Oklahoma?
I don't know.
Apparently, you can't say Oklahoma City or OKC or it's like different places. I don't know. I said it wrong on Facebook, and I got like corrected really quick. So, I thought it was in Oklahoma City. You said OKC, and I'm like, well, Oklahoma City, OKC.
Well, Oklahoma City. That's just this. That's like the capital, right?
I don't know, bro. I'm not from Oklahoma. Anyway, Nathan was with us watching the Super Bowl at a bar during Fence Tech. He was with me, Pepper, Dylan. We were all down there, and we got tore down. And they had a bottle of Blanton's behind the bar, and I was like, I want a shot of Blanton. I want some of the Blantons. Well, Nathan had never had it. So I was like, how much you charge me for the bottle of Blanton's? I don't remember what it was, but anyway, we bought the whole bottle. So Nathan Downs is like, all right, if I ever go to New Orleans, I am not hanging out with Dan.
You bought the bottle off the bar?
Yeah.
I like that.
Paid way too much for it. But guess what? We had Blanton's. And
there was an ale, and I didn't have an ale, and I had to have an ale, so I did it.
Exactly. And I think we got some to Joe Evers too.
Nice.
Put up to his room.
So Dan, I've been working on this pricing tool.
What pricing tool are you using?
One I made up in Excel.
Oh, the Excel?
It's the what now?
Oh yeah. Dylan's got to do some tweaking on ours.
It's absolutely whoop my butt.
Yeah, we're not using 16-foot 2x4s anymore. So now when I do my material list,
what are you using? 24s?
I gotta multiply it times 2 or divide by 2 or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. It gets aggravated. I use 8s.
I thought you were gonna say you're using 24s. So I've been working. That's been like where my head is. In between the travels, I've been busy as shit, man. But like in between the travels, I've been working on this pricing tool. So I want stuff to get priced correctly. That's important, right? That we don't just willy-nilly, arbitrarily give numbers to people, you know?
Right.
So I've been working on this master Excel sheet. And this is absolutely with my butt, you know? But I'm almost done. I'm excited about it. I almost wanted to share my screen, but that's probably not a great idea.
No, I wouldn't do that. I remember when you had an Excel spreadsheet that you were like, look, if I share this with you, I can't give it to anyone.
It's the same sheet, man. It's just like grown up. The same sheet, different day. No, I'm kidding.
Are you still sharing? Are you still sharing it with me? Let me pull it up.
Oh, you still got it.
Are you still sharing it? I'm going to check it out.
Look, it's the same. It is the same sheet. It's just more mature now, I guess you would say.
Yeah, mine's grown. Now we have graphs on ours and pie charts, and we keep track of our of everything.
Hans Weber has a Excel sheet to break down all his costs. Well, look, that's basically what this is like a 45-page Hans. So just to give you an idea, it's a 45-page Excel. I don't guess you call it a sheet at this point. I think you call it a book. It's a book full of sheets, and so like sheet number 1. Can I just show it, Dan?
I mean, if you want, go ahead.
Kinda. Let me look at it real fast. If I just pull it up here. So screen.
Woo!
Is he still on the phone?
No. I recorded Matt when he was here as woo. So now we can just woo anytime we want.
All right, you see this? It's crazy. So you've got Matt recorded on your
I can have Matt woo at the touch of a button. Watch.
Woo!
Isn't it great?
I like it. Yeah, I do.
I love it, man. I love it.
All right. So gmail.com. I don't know how to look. Does your email do this? I've cleaned this thing. I had this thing on 0 on Monday. You see this?
I can't tell. How many you got?
192. And it drives me freaking bonkers.
Bro, I keep mine down. Right now, I think I'm at 51.
Oh, look at this here. I'm trying to get these new hinges called badass hinges. You see this email?
Yeah, yeah.
They're badass for real. It's like they're ball bearing hinges and they're freaking high, bro. Like $100 for one, $80 for one.
Really?
Really high. But you know, everybody's using the same hinges, the strap hinges, the T hinges, whatever, you know. I'm not thoroughly impressed by those hinges, you know. I'm kind of over them.
We've been on a hinge quest. We're dealing with D&D Industries, or is it called? And they sent us a bunch of stuff, and we're going through it. And they really showered us with samples. And
are you seeing this, Dan?
Yeah, I see this.
So I kind of stole the skeleton of this from FWA Brian, but he had it published on the FWA. So look, if you're a member of the Fence Workers Association, you can go to like what's it called, fenceworkers.org. Okay, and there's all kinds of forms and templates and things on there. And so I just basically hijacked this from him. But this is a freaking ginormous, and I don't have all the costs in here. You see this $0 right here?
Yeah.
This is a ginormous, basically freaking product catalog for chain link, and it's got like every length, diameter, and weight pipe that you could ever freaking want. Okay, rail ends, loop caps. See this? What do you think about that, Dan?
I think if you do chain link, that's awesome.
It's like it's so long. Look at this. I'm it's like going. Why
don't you just upload that CSV file in the ArcSite or something, and then you'll be done with it?
Yeah, that's a sore subject.
No, I mean I understand. I'm just saying.
So we got one for wood as well. Anyways, we built these little sheets here. I say we, but I did all the work. I literally did, and I'm still working on it. And we come into here. If anybody's watching this, you come into here. Tell you how we do it. You just enter in a fence, right? So you got run one is, you know, let's say this is a backyard. A lot of times it's 15 foot off the left side of the house. You turn, you go back, and you might go 60 foot, and then you go across the backyard about 75 foot. You come back up 60 foot, 15 foot. You got, you know, some corners. You got 4 corners. You got 2 ends. That's a typical setup. You got a single gate, a double gate. That's how we do it. You got 225 foot. Look, just ignore all this. This is old as hell, and I've just never changed it. And honestly, I could just not have it on there. But
you need to get that up to date.
Yeah, it's just old stuff. Anyways,
get that up to date.
But it's just, this is just like, you know, if you had something like this, you could just if you got salespeople, you got to tell people like, hey man, you got to have an average, and you know, this is not too far from reality, but it's not true. So 6 foot seat of privacy, I would come over here, and here's the cool thing. It tells me exactly how many. See this formula here, Dan?
Yeah.
It's taking what I just keyed in, and it's running all that information through this formula. Okay. And somehow it's coming up with, hey, Cannon, you got to have 32 4x4s. You got to have 3 5x5s, which is a 6x6 in our world. You got to have 93 2x4s.
I thought we were doing chain link.
Oh, well, that's wood. Yeah. So look, I can scroll over. Okay. These are all my wood fences at the bottom. You see these things going across? I've got aluminum fences at the bottom. All right. Let's say you want to do a 4 foot galvanized chain link. Well, boom, here we go. You need 5 rows of fabric. You need 10 terminals, 19 line posts. And look here, man. You don't do chain link, but we only will use 20 weight or heavier. We don't use that 065 crap here. Okay. So
not even for your top rail?
No, that's the least. That's the last place you want to use it because it looks.
I don't know, man. I mean, I haven't done it in so long.
No, that's the last place you want to use it because your top rail needs to have some kind of straightness to it.
Yeah.
And any time that I've ever seen 065 put up, and we've done it, you know, but it's too wavy. It just looks like crap, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, we want to put a fence up. We want it to be strong. We want it to look good. And look, it's still 1-3/8. It ain't like, you know, all that, but it's just a little better. You know, it's a little heavier. If you hold the two in your hand, you definitely know which one's heavier. Anyways, you get your rail ends. You gotta have 14 rail ends. Brace bands, you have 28. Tension bars, 14. Tension bands, 42. Whatever, you know, all this stuff, you know. You come over here, you might say, hey, I got to have 5 days to install this. It's on a mountain. And the whole time we're there, we got to be cutting trees, you know what I mean? And it does all the math for you. And boom, you know. Oh, you don't want galvanized? Okay, we'll do a black one for you. You just click over. Boom. You get all that same information for a black one. And so this is how we price our jobs. If you want to see it, look at them cute dogs there. If you want to see a picture of what we're talking about, you just scroll down. There's pictures of all the fences. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Jeff doesn't care about your framework or post.
Who?
Jeff doesn't care. Look,
Who's
it's
Jeff?
right there. Who cares about the framework or post you're using? 12.5 galvanized fabric, question mark.
I guess he's upset with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me go back to this thing. He cared. He asked. So anyways, look, you just scroll over. So whatever fence you want, okay? It's all based off of that first formulation. 6 foot white dogwood, 6 foot tan dogwood, designer fence, 3 rail, 4 rail, 3 rail pine, 4 rail pine. So all kinds of stuff, you know, pictures, all that stuff. So anyways, I don't want to get lost in translation about the pipe and the framework or whatever. The demonstration was of the price tool. We didn't say that. We just saw the damn 12.5 gauge fabric. Who the hell uses that shit? You know?
Yeah.
No one cares about your framework, Cannon.
I couldn't pass it up. It was too easy. Thank you. Thank you. Man, I feel like we haven't talked in forever.
We've been busy, bro.
Yeah, man. Very busy. Very. So, what else you got going on? What else you got into, man?
Oh man.
How was Indiana? Y'all you brought 12 of you guys up there, 12 of your team members up there.
Mhm.
They were all what? Airbnb, hotel, what?
Man, we stayed at the Hampton.
That's why you like the Hamptons.
We got to go back to Indiana here in like the next week or two because look, you say what's going on here. Let's talk about what's going on here. We have a freaking, what's it called? CMM, a vinyl CNC router up in northern Indiana that we got to pick up. And I'm freaking pumped about this, bro.
Oh, it finally came in, huh? How long
I guess they built it up there. I don't know, but we got to go up there to pick it up. But we can have it shipped here. It's just a couple $1,000s, which is a lot. But like, we got to go up there,
pick it up, and get some material, make it.
Well, we got to go up there and get trained on it. You know, like they do an in-house training.
Hey, Rachel is watching. Hey, Rachel, watch this. This is just for you.
Woo!
Anyway,
that's so crazy that you have that on there.
I know, and it's forever. Forever and ever and ever.
One more time.
Huh.
Woo!
That's amazing. Dude, I absolutely love Matt Warner. Man, he came down and he was almost like he was one of the family. He meshed with all my guys, family, friends that were here. It was almost like, you know, he had been around forever. And then I got to spend the day in the office with him, and he would pop his head in and have just words of wisdom and just craziness, you know. It was really a good time. Rachel said, "LOL." Look at that,
bro. Look at this.
Mexican.
Bro, it's not just Mexican.
What is that? It
Steak.
doesn't look that good that close. Back up a little bit.
I bet it tastes better. Listen, it is steak, chicken, bacon. I see some chorizo,
Ooh, I like chorizo.
French fries.
French fries. Must be Tennessee Mexican.
How about that?
Dan Will said, Cannon Johnson, is vinyl common in your market, or are you introducing it?
I would say like it's a. I don't want to take credit for introducing it, but it's not common. No,
Are you pushing it?
Going to.
Well, now that you're gonna have that CNC machine, right?
Definitely going to. It's not. I mean, we do vinyl, and I'm looking at 4 vinyl jobs on the wall right now. We got to go do, but it's not. We definitely do more wood. If you're talking about privacy fencing, yeah, we definitely do more wood. But I think vinyl is a better product. You know, the way that wood is right now. I mean, Dan, you see it. Damn. Is it just me? Is the stuff not warping sooner, faster, quicker? Just not as good as it used to be.
I don't know. I can't really answer that, man.
You're a wood guy. You got to defend wood. I get it.
No, I'm not trying. No, I'm not trying to be a wood defender. No pun intended. But no, I mean, I haven't really noticed. I can't say that I have noticed a difference.
Really?
And maybe it's because we're building fence different. You know, we're doing things differently. Learned a lot from Sean. Learned a lot from just watching these other guys, how they build fence, trying things out, and then also having friends in the industry, you know, that are doing things different, and then going, "Hey, man, this is what we're doing, and we notice when we do this, we don't have this issue anymore." So taking all those things collectively and putting them together, it's taken us a year. A year ago, if we built a fence for you a year ago, it's not the same fence that we built today. We're building a much higher quality fence today. I hate to say that, but we are, you know. I see Alex said in the last 9 years. I could maybe say, yeah, I guess I'm being too short term. I'm thinking over a few years. Yeah, over the past 10 years, Alex, I would agree with that. I've definitely seen a difference. I guess I was thinking short term, but when I saw him put 9 years, it made me think, you know, longer and bigger. But so
no,
you know,
we see wood fences that are 20 years old. We take them down or whatever.
No, and I guess you're right. Yeah, fences that were 20 years old, we're taking them down, and we got fences 10 years old looking the same as those 20s,
or 5 or less. Yeah.
It's
maybe it's really discouraging. You know what I mean?
Global warming or something. You know?
I don't know. It's just. Yeah. I think there's other options out there that need to be explored and need to be introduced. You know.
I will say this though, man. You're talking about trying to introduce something into the market, or maybe something that's there, but taking it to the next level. You're the guy that's going to be responsible for taking it to the next level. We're in the process of doing that. I mean, I had a meeting with, I had a Zoom today with my tax attorney and my CPA. My tax attorney was actually here in the office, and we did a Zoom with my CPA. And we're just talking about scaling and growth and where we're headed, what we're doing. Getting those guys on the same page. So when I call up and say, hey, I want this to happen or that to happen, they know where I'm coming from. They know what my goals are, what my vision is, what I'm doing with my guys. Anyway, just stuff that you need to do, because you got to have everybody on the same page. And one of the things is something that Dylan and I are wanting to do, and it's basically just staying ahead of the curve. I'm not going to say what it is, because I've noticed more and more of my local fence guys are starting to do things like we do and adopt some of those things. So I don't want to let everything out the bag, but we definitely have a game plan, and we're going to be introducing some new things. We already introduced Postmaster, only company that not only is doing Postmaster, but we're also driving them. And it's just a matter of time before everybody else is. So we're trying to stay ahead of that curve and plan for it. You know?
Yeah.
What's Dylan saying? Good old Fence Prince. I got to call him Fence Prince because he calls me Dano.
He's talking about the new growth of the wood, but you know, if you look at it, like,
and look, he knows about wood, man. Before Dylan came to work for me, he worked for a local lumber yard for I don't know how many years. So he knows all about that stuff. But go ahead.
I'm sorry I'm here smashing, but this is so good. I just want you to know, like, this is like super good.
Is it really? Is that good?
I don't even care to talk to you no more. It's so good. But you know, they used to build houses out of wood, right? Like log cabins, you know. That's what I'm talking about. And then over time, like, what they call it, dimensional lumber was introduced, sawmill lumber. And then we just started using, you know, dimensional lumber to frame the house, and we put wood, you know, wood siding or whatever. Well, replace wood siding. Well, vinyl siding. You know,
or hardy board, yeah,
or hardy board, yeah.
Tell you what, not necessarily,
composite material.
Yeah, not necessarily. You know, when we go up to Rhode Island, and those houses are built with cedar siding, man.
Well, yeah, that's like,
and it's crazy how moss and stuff's growing on it, and it protects the house, and they don't have to. It's pretty awesome stuff. Well, but anyway,
that's a special place. I agree. But Tennessee, they putting the cheapest vinyl siding up in their house they possibly can. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got hardy on all mine. I got hardy board on my whole house. Cement board.
But that's a composite, you see?
Yeah.
Tricks, you know?
Is that Mexican good?
Dude, listen.
Hey, look, you got a little bit right here. You see it? I'm just joking.
It's really good, bro. Who ever thought to put Mexican on a bed of fries is genius.
But yeah, man, we had a great meeting today, and I highly suggest that you get your attorney. You know, I had some friends of mine that like, oh, you need to get an attorney. You got to have an attorney. You got to have a relationship with an attorney. And then I had a buddy of mine say, man, if you're going to get an attorney, hire a tax attorney, because they can do more than a regular attorney for you. And I tell you what, it has been a very wise decision. You know, like, hey, you had an audit the other day, right? Didn't you have some type of...
We had to send in some paperwork. It was out of the blue.
Yeah. So when I have something like that that happens with me and I get an email, I just like forward it to him, shoot him a text. Hey, you got a hot one in your inbox. Check it out. And, you know, within the hour, I got an email back. Okay, I'm taking care of it. And I just go on about my day. But you were over there freaking out, you know, trying to get all this paperwork. Didn't they give you like 72 hours to have all this stuff together? And
we got 7 days. Really weird, man. But yeah, we had to produce like it's a work comp audit. It's not like the it's not the work comp audit that your insurance company does annually. It's a
the state does.
This was from like TN.gov, and I was like, oh, that's kind of different, you know.
Yeah,
we had to produce 3 years of payroll summaries, which we had all that shit. You know what I mean? It's not like we had to produce 3 years of payroll summaries.
But it tied up your whole team, right?
You know, I wanted to make. I was very involved with it, making sure that the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed. You know, and
Sheena's not answering the phone; she's dealing with that, trying to get stuff together, right?
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, like pulling up those summaries didn't take long at all. It took her probably 20 minutes to pull them all up and print them. But there were some other documents. Then we had to find our tax returns for the last 3 years. A lot of it was like, damn, man, 3 years of this stuff, and they wanted 3 years of 1099s, any subcontractors we use. So that was an email to the CPA, like, hey, we need this, you know, we need this information. So anyway, it's I don't know. It's weird, man. And we sent it off this week, and damn, I guess so far so good. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Hey, when you do your 1099 guys, like when you got a 1099 somebody, do you get a copy of their driver's license and social security card?
Like they just fill out a
W-9. Yeah, they could put anything. My CPA.
The people that we 1099, they were like their companies. They're like got their own EIN numbers and all that stuff.
Okay.
You know? I don't
Like
mess with
hire a sub for something.
Man, I do, but like they're like we hired Delta Electric, which is like a way bigger company than us. We usually just sub up, you know. Now we will every now and then like piling a job off on a guy, but we don't sub them. We let him and the customer, you know what I mean? Like we got this landscape guy, for example. And we'll just partner them together. We also have an excavation guy, but we 1099 him, and yeah, he just gives us a W-9, but it's got it's not a social, it's an EIN number that we get from him, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've got a couple guys like, we got a guy that does all our the landscaping and grass cutting at the office and at the yard. So,
well, yeah. So somebody like that. All right. So we have a cleaning lady that comes and cleans.
Right. My cleaning lady.
Yeah. I mean, she just gives us a W-9, and it is what it is, I guess. You know.
Yeah. Make sure you get their copy of the driver's license and social. Because then if you got it for everybody and you don't have it for one, then they just kind of like, oh, okay. If you don't have any, then they just start digging, you know. It just causes more headaches.
We ain't digging around here. I'll do the digging around here. You hear me?
Look, man, it's 8:22.
Oh, yeah, it's beyond time.
Central Standard Time. We've been on here an hour and 21 minutes plus the time that we lost when I was talking to myself and thought we were live.
That's bad.
Yeah. I'm going to try to I think we need to get a banker on here and talk banking. I think that would be a good show. We need guys to get on our website, myfencelife.com, and give us some show ideas.
And we're going to do a live Q&A pretty soon.
Well, we do that every week.
Yeah, but we want a official, like the questions are pre-sent in, you know. Boom. All we're doing is answering questions.
Okay.
Boom. A live Q&A with a pro. How about that?
A live Q&A with a couple guys who will try to answer them at their best, and if they can't, we'll direct you somewhere else.
Oh, I like that idea a lot, actually.
Or we'll find somebody, because I definitely don't know everything. So, anyway, man, it was good talking to you. It's been a while. Well, we just chatted.
Bro, it's been great.
It's been hard to get you on the phone, too.
I've been busy.
I know. That's why you've been hard to get on the phone.
All right, Dad.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Dan Wheeler, man. We had a Zoom with him the other day and just talking podcasting and stuff, and he's a
good dude, man. Fired up too, fired up about what he's doing.
Fired up about what he's doing, fired up about the industry, trying to help, kind of like not those guys that are hating on Facebook posts, you know.
That's it.
All right, man. Good night, Brian. Good night, everybody. Thank y'all for coming.
See you, brother.
Cannon? Did you just disappear?